Do you need me to get you out of here? All right, do you need me to pull you aside and teach you how to ERP? All right, I will find a nice, quiet place where I teach you how to do.
What is this? Subscribe to earn drops. What is this? What drops am I running on my channel right now? Huh? Am I playing Doom Eternal? Like, what's happening? Crunchyroll site-wide crest? Get 30 days of Crunchyroll when you buy 2 subs. Weird. Does that include gifts? Oh yeah, it does. Huh. Interesting. Is that the first time they've ever done a Crunchyroll thing? It says new recurring or gifted. New recurring, whatever that means. Dude, I hate being a recurring subscriber. You get fucked from all this stuff, dude. All these promos, you are the last person to be rewarded. Oh, hey, it's me, a lifelong customer. Oh, that's nice. Hey, random stranger outside. Would you like to join for 50% off?
Thank you, sir, the Sabby Wappies.
Damn. That's 19 months I'll never get back.
Thanks, Vestige. Also, happy birthday to
Ganon
Vestige.
PMS.
Happy birthday to Vestige. Happy birthday to Vestige. Happy birthday to you. Chat, I'm not gonna torture him with the uke. Are you kidding me? He hates it when I play one chord. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 chords.
Cryptid, this is all your fault, man!
Vestige, you can replace that sound alert with whatever you're choosing today as your birthday present. Okay, maybe not. Okay, anything under 5 seconds.
Cryptid,
It has to be under 5 seconds.
Fault, man.
It has to be under 5 seconds. It can't be Drudge. No. 5 seconds. It can be 5 seconds of Drudge for all I care. I don't care. I'm scared of you, honey. I'm terrified of you.
You should be.
Wow, making him work on his birthday. Is it work? Because he normally tortures me with sound alerts. I don't know if it's work so much as me just encouraging him to enjoy himself. You know, I get rewarded with work, right? I enjoy work.
Are we blowing ourselves here?
Stop. I would be rewarded with work, dude. That's what makes me happy.
Cryptid, this is all your fault, man!
It's so stupid. How long ago was that? Was that last Thursday? Yeah, that was last Thursday. Ooh, okay. I think we're good to go. Did you have a fun day at work, Rexon? Well, first of all, I accidentally didn't show the actual background for this stream. Oh, shit. It was supposed to be an arena. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Ah, shit. Anyways, +1 to me. That's an arena-based background. God, this Rexon's so cool.
I said Wexon, kill me.
Agent Town, thank you for giving yourself a Crunchyroll sponsorship, a Crunchyroll thing. Thank you. Also, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. It's a shame he's not on the leaderboard because the leaderboard is for the Clippers, and I value Clippers more than any sub gifters. Anyways, somebody asked me how was work today, and allow me to describe to you guys what horrifying things I've done. What horrifying things I have done for the past 2 days. It all starts on Sunday. Hello, chat, and welcome to the Erection stream. Now, let me describe to you the hell that I've experienced over the past 2 days, all right? And believe me, it's horrible. On Sunday, if you recall, on Sunday, we did a Dalen Dawson's collab, right? Except, it turns out that I had a cold at the very beginning of that collab. And it slowly was hitting me over the course of that collab, building up until the end of that collab where I couldn't even speak anymore. So that was pretty bad. And that basically knocked me out for the rest of Sunday. Because that shit just like conked my entire immuno system, whatever. And then Monday rolls around. Monday's a work day, chat. And on Monday, I decided that I was going to spend my time trying to convert my old laptop to my new laptop. I have a new laptop at work that I've never had time to actually work on it. And I finally got around to working on it, right? And I need to transfer some databases to my new laptop. 40 gigabytes per database. About 200 gigabytes worth of databases. Well, I don't exactly have a cloud service that's available from my Did you see this tweet yet? I'm telling a story. Anyways, why not take a sick day? Well, I don't take sick days. Anyways, so I needed something to transfer databases from one PC to another. I have external drives. Why don't I use my external drive? Plugs in external drive into desk that has 4 different laptops sitting on it at the moment. And guess what happens? I snagged the cable. And the hard drive fell from my desk onto the floor.
This is all your fault, man.
For about 2 feet. And it is now broken. An 8 terabyte hard drive is broken. And I now have to go through the fucking arduous process that I've never done before of mailing it to somebody in the hopes of recovering all that data. Because I have a lot of VODs on that. A lot of fun footage from personal stuff that I need to have recovered. And if you've never done that before, you should know that it costs a lot of money. Just take it apart. And then what, my friend? And then what? If it wasn't plugged in and running, it's probably fine. It was plugged in and running. It was in the middle of it. It was the VOD drive? Yes, it was the VOD drive. So, I'm going to mail it to somebody. They're going to give it a quote and determine whether or not it is in fact salvageable. And if it is, then I pay for it, and I pay like around $600. If it's not, then it's whatever. You know, just fix it like the remote control. Right. Yeah, let me get right on that. I found a good vendor, one that's reputed by Reddit, believe it or not. And but I have to just buy 2 more high capacity drives. No, apparently a 2 feet drop shocked me because I've dropped my other hard drives. I have these smaller 2 terabyte ones that don't require external power, and they worked. And they worked after falling. This was a Western Digital 8 terabyte hard drive, and it did not apparently survive. So I was in a very, very bad mood yesterday. Because I couldn't work on the thing that was supposed to make my job actually not aneurysm inducing. Because if you don't know this, I've been complaining at work for a while now about not being able to do work because my PC runs so slowly. They have some drop protection in, but it's mostly in laptops. Yeah, I gotta buy a rugged hard drive. You can check if it's cracked, if it's probably all gone. That's not true. Usually it's just bad sectors or it's a missing it's a bad head. The head probably broke. I'm guessing the head probably broke. Oh, I'll tell you why. Because I can still hear it vibrating when I plug it in. Are you referring to drive savers? No, I am not, because they are not reputed by Reddit. But yeah, get soft mat so drop deals less damage. That is fair. So right behind me are my gym mats that I use for VR streaming, right? But I didn't extend them all the way underneath my desk because they're yoga mats. They're not gym mats. Gym mats, for those of you who don't know what gym mats are intended to withstand the dropping of weights on top of them. They don't dent. right? But they're a little less squishy. So maybe I should get gym mats underneath my desk. Maybe I should do that. You know, I have like a set of 4 gym mats, but they extend out my current gym mat set. But maybe I should just adopt that finally. You know, I always wanted to replace all of it with that anyways. Hope it doesn't scratch the discs. W presentation, thank you. We'll actually be going over it a little bit later. Gym mats, and he can start doing flips and fall like Fillion. I already do. But I can't be in VR today because of the second thing that happened. So I was in a pissy mood yesterday. Real bad mood. Really horrible mood. In fact, I was in such a bad mood that I stopped working and just played Final Fantasy Rebirth. Yes, I played a video game off stream without streaming it. So I'm in a pissy mood. I'm just kind of hanging, right? And I like time flies because I'm in a pissy mood, and 8 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, fuck, I'm hungry. I guess I have to eat. So I'm in such a, my mind does not want to think about anything, including the $800 mistake that I just made. And I just grab I grab a bar off of my kitchen table, and I start chomping on it. It turns out that I started chomping on the ones that I was allergic to for the second time in 2 weeks. Because it was literally the same exact fucking color as last time. Dude, here's the thing. I put them right next to the other ones that I ordered as a replacement, but they were like, they were both open sitting next to each other. So I wasn't even like, you ever been in such a bad mood that like you subconsciously just like start eating something? Why are they still in your house? Because I haven't given them to anybody yet. So anyways, that was day number 2 of me being incapacitated. I was incapacitated on Sunday because of my cold, and then I got incapacitated again. And unfortunately, I couldn't help but notice the tingling in my mouth that second time. I was like, wait, that's so weird. And I stopped eating it halfway. But I ate enough of it that it definitely triggered something in me. I feel fine now. My upper lip is still a little swollen, but yeah, I'm allergic to cashews. So I immediately went into what has become so native to me at this point, because the same thing happened to me last fucking Monday. Was I laid down on my couch, I got a bunch of bottles of water out, I put in my earbuds, and I put on a movie. What movie did you watch today?
Thank you, the Savvy Wubbies.
Why is this a name? Did you just make this account? How many alt accounts do you have? And why do they have a profile picture? Wait, they have a profile picture? And they have 63... Hi, I'm Livy. I stream SC2. Wait, I just doxed them. What? Somebody who's watching the stream's name is Livy. And they changed their name just for this stream. There's no shot. There's no shot whatsoever. That's gotta be it. Anyways, so the point being is that afterwards, I laid on my couch, as one does when they're about to have an allergy attack, and they're about to spend the rest of their night coughing, sneezing, and feeling like they have diarrhea. And I watched The Flash. I watched the movie The Flash with Ezra Miller. Why? I didn't have anything else good to play. I didn't know what else to put on, dude. It was in my tabs. The movie, not even the show. There's a show? I didn't even know there was a show. Who was flashing? You have YouTube. I needed something to put on for 2 hours without me touching it. I couldn't just constantly flip through videos, right? I was gonna spend the rest of my day holding a pillow up against my stomach. Did you go to the hospital? I don't need to go to the hospital. My reactions aren't that bad. At least it wasn't Green Lantern. I want to watch Green Lantern though. I want to watch Green Lantern. There are 2-hour videos on YouTube, but are they better than The Flash? Don't answer that. When you don't know what to watch, play a random episode of random season or random series of Star Trek. No, that sounds boring, and I feel like I'm gonna be missing out on all the context, right? Watch Indiana Jones at least. I've seen every Indiana Jones movie to date except for the Great Circle. Or no, wait, that's a game. Never mind. I've seen every other Indiana Jones movie to date except for the latest one, and they're all bad. I hate them. Thought you were gonna say the Minecraft movie. No, I promised that I'd watch the Minecraft movie with you guys. Green Lantern's pretty good though. I want to see it in 3D. I heard that Green Lantern's great in 3D. Yes, we're going over Cooking Cringe today. It was literally in the intro, you dumbass. Anyways, watch iRobot. I've seen iRobot a gazillion times, and honestly, it's a good movie. Yeah, the Dial of Destiny I haven't seen. So my review of The Flash, chat, is that The Flash was a movie made to not star Ezra Miller. It was a movie made to get the old person that used to play as Batman back in the movie. Spoiler alert, they used this entire movie as one big cameo to bring back old Batman. Whatever his name was. I think it's Kevin Costner or something like that. That's it. They just did that. That's all they did. Oh, Michael Keaton. Yeah, Michael Keaton. Yeah. It was bad. And I actually fell asleep at the very end of it during the crescendo of all of the action. So I can't say it was great, but then again, that movie is probably buried now because if you don't know, Ezra Miller is kind of a freak, and I'm pretty sure he's in jail and nobody talks about him anymore. But yeah, Adam West. No, I think that's the other one. I think Adam West is dead. Never seen a bad Michael Keaton movie. You ever seen Birdman from Michael Keaton? Not to be confused with Birdman from whatever comic book series. That movie is freaky. That movie is weird, but it's interesting. You should see Birdman with Michael Keaton if you've ever seen it. It's a really interesting movie. It's got a great finale. It's insane. I can't really tell you any other movie I've ever seen him in, though. And the only reason why I know Birdman exists is because my father loves to watch old, or not old, but like weird indie films, you know? Yeah, Ezra's fucked. Nobody even talks about Ezra anymore, dude. I'm pretty sure he's just in jail. Like, everybody's done with him, you know? Check out Gung Ho. Is that by Michael Keaton, too? I've fallen asleep during Justice League and all three of the Hobbits. Wow. You know, I don't blame you for the Hobbit number 2 or 3. Hobbit 3 was horrible. Horrible movie. More boring than the other Lord of the Rings. But I like the Hobbit 1 and 2. I thought Hobbit 1 and 2 were really good. I was talking about the first Green Lantern. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too. I heard that movie has actually really good 3D. And I own a 3D TV. And I would love to see it in 3D. Or I could actually just see it in VR chat. VR chat has 3D. If you buy a $900 index, you can actually watch movies in 3D rather than having to buy a 3D TV. It's crazy. Wouldn't surprise me if Epstein is in the Epstein file or Ezra's in the Epstein files. Yeah, I agree. The Hobbit should have never been one book split into 3 movies. I think it should have been 2. I think it should have been. They should have just made the third movie better. Third movie was so bad. It was awful. Do they still make 3D TVs? I'm sure you can buy one. I don't know if they make them anymore. I'm sure maybe there's still one guy that'll make it for you if you really ask nicely. But I owned one. I bought one like with my fucking birthday money one year because I was so excited for it. Actually, it might have been given to me as a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. I don't remember exactly. That and the glasses and everything. There's a reason that Deadpool kills actors when looking at a script. What does that mean? What does that mean? If they cut the fat, The Hobbit would have been a great duology. Maybe. I don't know. I really liked the pacing of the second movie. The second movie was my favorite out of all of them. I love the second movie. I love the ending of the second movie. How it literally ends with everything going to shit. Like right before everything goes to shit. And that was awesome. And then they fucked it all up in episode 3. I remember a time when cinemas were trying to push 3D into audience viewership and it just flopped up to 2012. Whenever Avatar came out was the peak of 3D. And I saw Avatar in 3D twice in movie theaters because I loved it that much. Avatar is one of the best movies ever for 3D. That movie kind of blows, but it's great at 3D. The post-credits scene in Deadpool 2, he kills Ryan Reynolds. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. Yeah, he goes back in time and he kills, like, Hitler as a baby and he kills himself or something like that. Yeah, he does a lot. I actually saw Deadpool 3 very recently. I think I mentioned that. But I thought it was mid. I didn't think it was very good. It had a couple of good roast jokes, believe it or not. Deadpool 3 had really good roast jokes, but I think Deadpool 1 was the only good one. Number 2 just blew. Number 2 sucked. I hated number 2. Avatar 2 in 3D in VR was the worst thing I've ever seen. Really? I thought Avatar 2 was really bad in general. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did see it in 3D, but it was just such an unmemorable movie in general. The Fillion is male. Rexon tag is base. Thank you. I appreciate that. Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought they called it Deadpool 3, but yeah, I mean Deadpool and Wolverine. He doesn't actually kill Adolf. He changes his diaper and said he'll get Cable to do it. No, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he strangles the baby. I'm almost positive. 2 had the Juggernaut, which was good. Well, 3 did too. 3 did as well. 3 had the weird gender bent Dr. X or whatever. Everybody's doing fucking multiverses now. Now that I've just seen The Flash, I also realized that they're also doing multiverses. Everybody wants to do multiverses because they realize that they can't continue a single universe anymore. It's too much effort. Rexon, do you see Gura is back? I don't believe you. You're trolling. I would have seen a post about it by now. With movies, I have to remember who the target audience is, then I can enjoy most movies. I enjoyed the Borderlands movie, which the target audience was not fans, but children. The Borderlands was The Borderlands was targeting children? I thought like they had a ton of violence in it. Am I crazy? More like a single coherent universe costs too much? No. You wanna know why? You want to know exactly why? It's business. It's business, chat. The reason why multiverses exist is because if you keep hiring the same actor repeatedly, like for example, not Johnny Depp, Robert De Niro, whatever his name is, the guy that plays as Iron Man, that guy got paid like Robert Downey Jr. He got paid like $200 million for his last appearance. He kept upping the price every single time, and nobody wants to do that. You know why? Because these movies start capping off. They don't start selling more over time. They cap off, and the actors get more expensive, so they need to make multiverses. That's why you keep seeing less and less of Doctor Strange, of Iron Man, of all of those things. And yet, for some reason, they decided to bring back Robert Downey Jr. for fucking Doomsday. I don't get why. Unless they're planning on doing a multiverse description of that. I watched that Bell movie you talked about the other day. It was decent. Yeah, but did you see the VTuber stuff that I mentioned? Did you see that all the VTuber stuff that I mentioned about that? Isn't that wild, dude? Isn't that wild? Marvel really fell off. Yeah, I was trying to find a Marvel movie to watch, and then I landed on the Flash instead because there was no Marvel movies to watch. I wanted to watch. Actually, that's a lie. I wanted to watch the Thunderbolts. Has anybody seen the Thunderbolts yet? I really want to see the Thunderbolts. I think the Thunderbolts could be good. I really liked whatever movie introduced the Thunderbolts like characters before. I forget which one it was. Keep meaning to go? Not yet. I haven't. I heard it. It was okay, but it hasn't been doing great in the box office. Just because like that's Marvel movies now, right? It's all about name dropping. Like if you're just doing all the offshoot characters, nobody's going to be interested. Nobody wants to take their kids to see Thunderbolt Girl or whatever the hell their names are, you know? I'm still concerned about the upcoming third Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. I thought the second one was good, but it wasn't as great as the first one because it was more of the same. It didn't do anything new and different, you know? It really dived into the multiverse, which I really like. When I first saw them doing that, I was like, wow, finally they get to dive into the best part about Spider-Man and the thing that made the first movie so good. But then I realized that it wasn't enough, you know? They just kind of did too much multiverse and they didn't focus on anything else. No action. The villain was lame and stupid and weird. The black hole guy or whatever. I don't know. You like the Bolt movie? You did? Okay. I'm waiting for it to become acquirable. Right now, it's only available in Telesync, if you know what Telesync means. Should know the characters from Thunderbolts? You have to watch Ant-Man 2. I did see Ant-Man 2. And Captain America Winter Soldier. Yes, I know those. I think I saw the Black Widow movie too. I could be wrong. But Ant-Man was terrible. I've hated every Ant-Man. I thought all Ant-Mans were bad. Actually, that's a lie. The first one was good just because it did the one joke with the train set. The train set joke was hilarious. But Ant-Man 3, dude, don't watch Ant-Man 3. Quantumania is horrible. It's so bad. It's probably even worse now that the guy that played as the main villain also got canceled. Quantumania is so bad. It is. It's so, oh, dude. Just everything about it just was executed so poorly. They literally made up a character that is God, and they still managed to beat the guy. Yeah, Kang. Kang the Emperor, or whatever his name is. You know, the best part about Kang, chat, was when Kang wasn't that Kang in Loki. The best part about Loki, dude, if you've never seen Loki, watch fucking Loki. You want to know the best thing of all Marvel besides Infinity War? Loki. Loki is unironically great. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, Loki is fantastic. I highly recommend checking out Loki, dude. It's so good. Season 2 kind of ends on a weird whisper. But the ending of season 1 is wild. The ending of season 1 is so cool. Yeah, season 2 wasn't as great as season 1, but it did wrap up the series nicely, I would say. And it had a really fun time twist to it that was really cool. Yeah, I don't know. Marvel kind of fell off, but then again, like, there's an empty hole in movies where Marvel was, right? and people are clamoring for the next big series. And right now, what's next, chat? The live action form of Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. You know, Marvel fell off after Endgame. I disagree, only because Spider-Man got Far From Home, whatever, came afterwards, and I love that Spider-Man movie. Mainly because I grew up watching the first Spider-Man movie, and I loved Tobey Maguire. So the fact that I got to see Tobey Maguire Spider-Man again kind of triggered something in me. That's all. That's all. They should make a VTuber movie. They did. It's called Bell. Go watch it. Unironically, go watch Bell. Do you like Invincible? I've never seen Invincible. Would I like it? I feel like I wouldn't like Invincible because it does. It seems. First of all, the animation looks weird. It's like American anime, and I can't stand American anime. And second of all, it seemed really gory. And I'm okay. Here's a really weird thing that I'll say. I'm okay with human gore, but I'm not okay with cartoon gore, because I feel like cartoon gore actually can get really bad. You know, it's pretty gory. Yeah, so I've been told. Ironically, I know nothing about Invincible. Like, I know nothing about it. So maybe it is worth picking up. What about Avatar? I've never seen Avatar. So many of my friends grew up with Avatar, and yet I never saw it. I don't know. I just missed that train, apparently. What was it aired on? Nickelodeon? Cartoon Network? What was it even on? How'd you come across Avatar? I just never came across it for some reason. I don't know why. What do you think about Avengers Doomsday? I think that the introduction of Robert Downey Jr. as Doomsday is really bizarre, and it lets me believe that they're going to do a multiverse thing with it, and it's going to be bad. The story of Invincible is pretty fun. If you read the comic from your local library, it's free and fun. Why are you promoting my local library? I'm dyslexic. I can't read. Oh, it was on Nick. Okay. That explains everything then. Chat, I was a Cartoon Network boy. I'm sorry. I was a Cartoon Network boy. I was a Cartoon Network boy. This is the same reason why your SpongeBob beans run past my head all the time. I didn't know that. I'm a first-time chatter. I'm fully aware you're a first-time chatter. Did you not read the dyslexic tag? Can't you tell that I can't read? Do I need to add can't read to my tags? Done. From SpongeBob the Fillion. No, for me, it was more like from the Fairy Godparents? What was on Cartoon Network? I don't remember anymore. I tried to catch up with Nickelodeon as I got older, but then I was just growing out of it. Rexon, when will they bring back good old Cartoon Network shows like Dexter's Lab and Ed, Edd n Eddy? I hated looking at Ed, Edd n Eddy. If I ever looked at Ed, Edd n Eddy, it would make me vomit. I hated the art style. That animation of Ed, Edd n Eddy, where like the edges of the characters were constantly squiggling, I hated that. And I constantly complained to my father about that, because my father is an artist. You see they're making a new Gumball season? If not, here's the teaser for you. Nah, I don't like Gumball. I don't like Gumball. I've seen... Gumball is like one of those shows where if I watch like 1 or 2 clips from Gumball, it's really funny out of context. But outside of that, nothing. I have friends that still send me Gumball clips to this day. You missed Dexter's Lab? Dexter's Lab was overrated, in my opinion. And I'm a huge Gennady Tartakovsky fan. You remember Cat and Dog? Yes, I remember Cat Dog, wasn't it? Wasn't it just Cat Dog? Or am I stupid? Or am I thinking of a video game? Johnny Bravo were fun? Bro, Johnny Bravo does not hold up. Johnny Bravo is a lot like Duke Nukem, if you think about it, right? It just doesn't hold up. Like, you cannot bring back Johnny Bravo. And if you watched it now, not knowing that it was made, what, 20 years ago? It wouldn't, like, you would literally try to cancel it if you were on Twitter. You know what I mean? Grim Adventures is still great. I know Grim Adventures. I do know that. Doesn't Johnny Bravo get shit on by all the women? Yes, but it's his riz. It's his riz that I think that really threw people off. I'm a Samurai Jack fan at heart. I'm pretty sure at one point I just started watching Samurai Jack and only Samurai Jack, so help me God. It was either Samurai Jack or video games for my entire life. And it's such a shame that Samurai Jack ended. Like, literally ended. They actually brought it back, believe it or not. For those of you that don't know, Samurai Jack was re-aired for a finale season. And they decided to add cursing and violence into it with blood and everything. And it was so different. It was so bad. The ending was just, ugh. It was so out of taste from what made Samurai Jack so pleasant, you know? The fact that they were able to convey violence without a single drop of blood, you know? How could you forget the Scotsman of Samurai Jack? You know what I mean? How could you forget that epic black versus white duel? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Where Samurai Jack dresses in full white and he fights a all black ninja. That was such an artistic masterpiece, dude. Wow. A single episode for that. Insane. The Scotsman was the best. Remember the Valkyrie? No. What was the Valkyrie? Samurai Jack Valkyrie. Who's the Valkyries? Oh, the girls on the horses. Why are you asking me if I remember the girls on the horses? God damn it. Remember the 3 blind archers? Yes. The 3 blind archers were awesome. I love the 3 blind archers, dude. That was so cool. And he blinds himself to like learn how to like fight them. What an insane show. Every episode was another crazy ass storyline. Holy fuck, dude. I miss that show. Hi, honey. Where's honey? Where is she? Where is she? Oh. Hi, honey. Honey. I'm terrified of you.
You should be.
Should be. Anyways. So, all of my unintentional killing myself aside, that is the reason why we're not in VR today, unfortunately, because I'm still recovering. I'm still feeling a little weak, sadly. I promise I won't throw away the protein bars because I don't want to throw them away, but I will give them away. I don't know. I'll find some homeless guy. I'll give them all to him or something like that. I don't know. I'll get rid of them. I'll get rid of them. But today, chat.
Drink water.
I'll hydrate in a second. Today, we are playing Nubs. And for those of you that didn't catch the Discord post, Nubs was free.
This is all your fault, man.
Nubs was free on, what was that? The 15th, 5 days ago. If you don't have it and you want to join us, the game is only about $5. Feel free to get it. But we are playing Nubs because it was free. Can we do a quick poll chat? Type 1 if you have Nubs. I'm curious if we can get a 20-player lobby. That's like 10, 11. Like the finger nubs. 12, 13. We got like a half a lobby. That's good enough. That's good enough. That's good enough. One but can't hop on. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I will have it when I feel the urge to buy it. I'm not... Do you feel the same way about peeing? Do you go, I'll piss when I feel the urge to piss? I tried it and I'm so bad it's crazy. Good! You know there's a reason why we picked this game, right? We picked this game so that none of you had time to prepare for it. It's the same reason why I run surprise Halo nights, so that you fuckers don't get a chance to practice. Because you're all tryhards and you'll do anything to beat me. When I finish my pizza, I will buy it. Christ. Reki is already prepared. No, I've never played it. I haven't played it. But does anybody have any codes for the game? I heard that if you just type in a VTuber's name, you can unlock their skin. Is that true? Like, if you legitimately just type Cha-Cha your V-Mom, will you unlock her skin? Okay, well, okay. When we start the game, we're gonna do a quick, we're gonna do like 5 minutes of skin unlocking, and then we'll actually play the game. All right, we'll play the game in about an hour and a half. All right, about an hour and a half. At first, we're gonna do the cooking cringe and community creations. All right, but before we do any of that, what is this? What the heck? Rexing Games, see what you started. Fridge is a little empty since it's not grocery day yet, but I got everything I need. Sorry, Cha-Cha, your V-Mom. Blame Rexin. Why? Why? I made one fucking joke that should have never left the fucking Discord. That was listen, this Discord literally, I was told that I couldn't take anything from this Discord because this Discord was like Fight Club, dude. What happens in this Discord stays in that Discord. And the fucking Clippers just boned me. They boned me because I said one thing. Unbelievable. Unfucking real, dude. I can't believe it. Blame Rexin too on top of that. Wow, Rexin really upsold Cha-Cha. True support right there. That's bad. So where can I buy some more? Hold up, I think I gotta cook now. It's one of a kind, and by that I mean I ate the only one in existence. This is just wrong. Where can I get some? This is every single fucking comment. Why does Cha-Cha keep acting like this isn't a good thing? I don't get it, dude. Like, all of her viewers literally say, that's so wrong, give me some. All of them do that. Every single one of them do exactly this. Rexon may just be the greatest salesperson of all time. I'm going to literally make the next presentation Cha-Cha milk. Fine, whatever. I'm just like nobody's gonna get the joke. Fillion's not gonna understand the joke. She's just gonna think it's weird and fucking ban me from everything. I'm gonna make Cha-Cha milk the next thing. Fuck it, why not? I don't know. Who cares? Why is it chocolate milk? Is that a weird question to ask? Anyways, I'll comment on this later, I guess. Let me put in my bookmarks. Fuck you, son of a bitch. I can't believe it. You know she's only getting back at me because of the roast. That's what she's doing. She's getting back at me because of the roast. Case on Ink back at it again. Whatever. Anyways, speaking of presentations, let's talk about it. All right, we have other things to talk about, but we'll talk about the presentation first. All right. So for those of you that don't know, I had made a presentation for Fillion and Grimmy's curse presentation review. This was originally advertised on Twitter and her Open Show's Discord as for VTubers. However, as I took notice, Suika was in it, so it wasn't even VTubers. She also didn't even say Grimmy would be there, and this is actually recited by numerous people in her Discord in the private channel made for the presentations that all repeated the fact that they didn't know Grimmy was there, and they kind of wish that they knew that ahead of time so they could include her. So with that being said, Grimmy is very lovely, very sweet, and apparently she yaps a lot. So we'll see. So I haven't watched this, by the way. Like I mentioned, yesterday, chat, I was watching The Flash the entire night. And frankly, I actually forgot that I submitted this. I actually forgot about it entirely. Not that I was going to sit through a Fillion stream while suffering from a cashew allergy. Sorry, I'd rather watch The Flash, apparently. So let's watch it. This is the timestamp for it.
All right, what is this? Copy. Oh, how do I copy? Copy link. Oh, here we go. I'm getting better. Okay, here it is. And then here.
Play Guinea Pig Bridge in honor of Grimmy. Nobody liked that. Nobody agrees with you.
Oh, no. He just... Rexon.
The comments, dude. Fucking Rexon, and then oh no, and then XDX, and then classic. Like, I love the combination.
It has been 3 years.
Could you please...
Why does she remember that I've known her for 3 years? That's kind of weird. Why is that in her brain? Part of me really honestly thinks that like there's only like one brain cell of me dedicated in Fillion's mind where like in case if she ever thinks to herself like I need something done quick, Rexon. Like that's it. It's not like Rexon is a friend and I've known him for 3 years and boy howdy do we get along great.
Here's Rexon. You climb out of this pit and you come over here on the day of my daughter's wedding and you send in
Wait, she's not saying it's been 3 years since the last presentation, right? We made VTuber Tactics last year, right? Right? No, we made VTubing for Dummies even before that.
Video. Grimmy, do you know this man?
Right?
I've heard of him a bit. I'm sure that he's going to have a very nice, normal presentation where nothing bad happens.
I'm in your DMs, Grimmy. What do you mean you've heard of me?
And he's very polite.
Yes, but here's the thing, Grimmy. You were looking for someone... My chair died. You were looking for someone to invest in, and Rexon will be your guy.
RWD literally gifted subs to Fillion during this. You fucking simp.
This guy comes up with genius ideas, okay?
What?
Rexon Incorporated VTuber Sales Initiative...
What? Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip her calling me a genius. Please, clip it.
If you want to get into his MLM, you're gonna have to watch this video.
MLM, wait a second.
I'm gonna hang that on my wall.
It means mass, large men. Menace, it's Menace's company. Oh, what is this?
Well,
ooh, I like the music. What
if you notice, I opened a lot of my streams with that music. I really like that song, and when I was making this presentation, I was like, ah, shit, I have to add music to this, and I was like, wait. I always heard this great music during my opening stream. Let's just use that instead.
It was just 5 minutes of this. What do you think?
Salutations, VTubers and viewers, and welcome once again to a brand new Rexon Sales Initiative. My name is Rexon, and we here at Rexon Inc. are excited to once again present a fantastic proprietary innovation for your consideration. This might be the first presentation they've recorded with a new microphone, too, by the way.
Rexon Inc. is the brand you trust to come up with the most creative VTuber products you have yet to...
See, Grimmy, he's very, he's wearing a suit and tie. Necktie a little bit too tight, you know what I'm saying? But he means well.
I hate this. We're in Rexon's video. Hi, Rexon's video. It's so stupid, dude. I hate the idea that like people are self-aware that they might be in a video now.
Yeah, but no, you can hear it. He's a professional, and he's going to show us what he's got. This is going to be a good investment
We've tackled the
opportunity.
dating scene. We've given you the tools to start up, and we've created an action-packed card game concept that
Gamers Up stole it.
Die-hard VTuber viewers are wholeheartedly convinced was just copied from Shy Lily's V-card. I mean, wow. Talk about a spirited young group of fans.
Okay, remind me then right after this, I'm going to show you the original presentation so you see all the jokes that were missed from that beginning. I thought she was going to pause in every single slide. She didn't this time.
Now,
Yeah, see, Rexon, he's a smart man, Grimmy. He invented something that Gamersubs was about to invent. Think about that. We need to put the 10K into this guy, assuming it won't get me banned on Twitch.
You know what's really funny? Like, I hesitated to include this joke in there because I thought it would come off as bitter, right? I was afraid it was going to come off as bitter. But I knew that through narration and through script writing, I could make it come off as like ignorant bliss, which is exactly what I did here. And they got it. They understood it, And I'm glad because it seems like nobody here is like, you mad, bro? You mad, bro? Whatever,
A competing card game that's exactly like the other one might do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Tornado on ground in my area. This is fine.
Fucking take shelter and continue watching the Rexing stream. Thank you, Papa Do. Also, stay safe.
Let's do it.
taking a step in a bold new direction. Have you ever sat through a VTuber debut like this?
You've heard me make jokes about this before. If you've watched this stream enough, you know I've made jokes about this several times.
He's tweaking.
And thought to yourself, wow.
I originally included a clip that was like 20 seconds long for this. And I was like, that's not going to hold anybody's attention. So I needed like a snippet of it. It's like something that really captured just the intent of trying to be epic. And this is the best I could get, unfortunately, from it. By the way, fun fact about Kuro's debut. You cannot find Kuro's debut anywhere. You cannot find the full animatic of Kuro's debut anywhere in its raw form. It's insane. He doesn't even care enough about his own lore to actually make a video on it on his official channel. His YouTube channel starts like midway through his career.
This lore is amazing.
Yeah.
Deep and emotionally complex.
If I remember correctly, this is actually cropped out of a Korean translated version of it.
Character.
Yeah,
which is why you saw the
happened
captions.
Seconds afterwards.
Oh, it's hell.
Yo.
What's up?
What's up?
It just doesn't add up, right? The lore, the
Why is he blaming
Girl, this is...
Something that while I was making this, I was like, people really like it when Rexon roasts things, but when he's doing this presentation, it's really indirect roasting. And I thought to myself, how could I throw shade at other VTubers, right? I'm making VTuber merch, not Fillion merch. So I thought it'd be fun to start throwing shade at other VTubers as a prelude to this. Also, I realized that as a sales guy, I never do, has this ever happened to you? Well, now presenting, I've never done that actually. And this was my basic version of that, right? Has this ever happened to you? A boring ass lore video followed by an absolute lore breaking, RP breaking character?
He's just a lad. He's just a funny little dude.
backstories, they're thrown away as quickly as your donations are to VTuber DoorDash delivery fees.
True.
And not only that, but
He's
in
cooking,
the universe
he's
of
spinning.
VTubers, their stories just don't match up. You mean the
Yeah, that's why my lore is I'm a cat girl who lives outside a fruit snack factory. If you don't have any lore, then it's impossible to fail it. Right,
Her lore does not say she's in a fruit snack factory. I've never seen that once.
right Grimmy?
Mm-hmm.
What's your lore?
Extremely complicated and convoluted and probably would take an entire book to get through. I'm writing a book. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
As
yeah,
long as you say you're mentally ill, the lore does not have to add up. I've learned that.
It's smart. That's
I actually
smart,
don't know
baby.
anything
That's
about
good
Grimmy.
tip, good tip,
Thank
good
you.
tip.
It's
I
like
know
when you're
nothing about
locked in
Grimmy.
versus geeked.
me that this girl is labeled as a genius?
11×11?
Grimmy's blocking Henya, but Henya is in the corner of the screen.
1,000, 100, 10,
Yeah, no.
11.
Oh, yeah, 20 times 50. Yeah. So I originally made this clip longer, too. I made it longer by showing what she answered right before that. But again, I wanted to keep the pacing of the video. And by the way, this video is 4 minutes and 59 seconds. The limit for these videos was 5 minutes. I crammed as much as I could with as little time as I had.
And so we asked the critical question.
The Omega laws are making me happy.
She's the
I
best
think
of
she's-
us. She's the best
she's
of
the-
us.
She's a genius. We do math wrong. That's what I'm taking away from this.
I agree. Like, dude, she's like the modern day Archimedes. or
The
something.
Henya
Or
Stray.
wait,
That's what
who
I was
does
looking
that
for.
joke? Oh, Isaac Newton. An apple hits her head and she calculates the square root of pi. It makes sense.
What if there was a unified origin for every VTuber?
Uh-huh.
And where else does 9 out of 10 anime character backstories start?
Pause,
That's
it.
right, in school.
Let's see how many people complain about
Introducing
AI.
the shared, merchandisable VTuber fantasy universe set
This
in the
idea is dog
legally
water.
distinct, vaguely inspired magical school, the VTuber School of Content and Cringecraft. The VTuber School of
Ooh, Harry Potter. What do you think, Grimmy boy? What do you think
I
so
think-
far?
I think it would be really solid. You know what?
Uh-huh.
I think you could invite a lot of like little like you could have your houses. Like
Uh-huh.
you could have like your which one would you be? Which one would you be? Oh.
What? Which house would I be?
Yeah, which of the houses would you be?
Probably like Ravencroft.
Yeah,
I'm
the
smart.
complaints about AI
Also,
are
they
just
have a
because
class
people
for
don't know
Twitter,
how long it
and
takes to
you
make
walk
art.
in
That's
and
why
they
don't
say,
respect
"What's your
AI, dude.
password?" And then they delete your account. That's a secret hack.
Oh.
Content and Cringecraft is
What
the
about
perfect
you?
Oh, I would just love to be like I think I would love to be that like
What's
green
that say
one,
about the
Slytherin,
left
'cause all
corner
the
about
goth kids
infringement?
would be
Oh,
in
it's just
that one,
it's
and
just
everyone
saying,
would
hey,
be
don't
like,
ratio
okay,
me
yeah,
for
that's
using
where you all
AI.
go. That's where you all go. Every single last one of you. Every single last one of you. Go.
Whenever.
What about being a Pufflehuffer? You can like hit that whippet.
I didn't know they did whippets. That sounds really fun.
It's
They're
in the
talking about
name.
houses now. That's so
Oh,
funny.
what a
give
beautiful
every
culture.
VTuber the consistent backstories that they need. Just imagine every VTuber attending an ancient school to study and
Ooh,
practice the mystic art of
ancient!
VTubing, all the while
Didn't we invent
encountering
VTuber, like,
mysteries
5
and
years
adventures
ago?
that will ultimately develop them into
Oh.
the quirky characters we all know.
The
and
visuals were the
You could
part
turn
that
it into
really
a
was
comic, and
difficult
it'll just be
to
like
come
it
up
always
with.
existed in a parallel
And trust
reality,
us
and
when we
actually that
say
everyone that
this
has a
lore
VTuber is
runs
actually
deep.
that person from a parallel reality.
Holy shit, she asked. You can barely hear my narration. That's fine.
Get real otherkin with it.
Holy frick! Did you just spit an entire lore plot just now?
Get
Philly
real
and I
other-
have the
Wait,
same
do you
brain,
not know
dude.
otherkins?
What is an otherkin? That just sounds like someone who makes up their backstory in real life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's where you believe that you were a character from a video game universe
It
reincarnated
is.
into our world.
It is. It's the customized origin for real life.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I want to be an otherkin when I grow up. That sounds sick.
Rexon had
Yeah,
24
you
hours
can
to do
be.
this. An
You were
artist would have
always
taken over
brilliant.
40
You
hours.
were always-
Yeah, but remember, these are 12-year-olds who spend their entire life doom scrolling on Twitter. They don't know that. They just know that if the world hates AI, they're going to be sheep and follow them. It's fine. Not a
Always
big deal.
Fillion.
I
You
was
are
always
you were always-
Fillion.
Yes.
That's
You
me.
need to-
Dude,
Yeah. And,
Ow.
yeah.
Wait, so what if I originally didn't like fruit snacks, but I changed my life?
Oh, that's because you started gaining your memories from your past life, and it was beautiful.
Oh, I'm like Sung Jin Woo. Holy frick.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's see what this guy's got to spit. Let's see. I keep interrupting him. My bad. Wham.
For starters, what magical school wouldn't be complete without
purple
a set of
hat.
competing
But Fillion told the chat they had 2 weeks to make this. She did not. She did not. We had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have 5 days. We had 5 days.
houses
lady.
representing
Red
the most
hat.
common values, traits, and
Red
ideals.
hat.
Starting
This was another AI generated thing where I was trying to get it to produce a fedora that said "My Lady," and it was supposed to be a fedora as a parody of the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter.
with
Oh, they didn't even read it. Okay, they even read it. I'll show it later. This part right here, chat. This art, the art for the 4 houses, is by one Voirin War. Huge shout out to Voirin War for making these houses. I think they did amazing for it. Thank you so much to Voirin for. He basically churned this out overnight while I was asleep. And then I woke up to this, and all I gave him were just the descriptions. I said, like, okay, I want something called Cringe Roar, and I'm kind of thinking like, a chihuahua yapping, you know, and I want to have the text somewhere. So he took the creative liberty of like being like, oh wait, it should say it on the collar. That's brilliant, right? And he just like blew my mind.
House cringe roar, where being loud is being proud that you will be funny. No matter if you're in a public library, it's 2 a.m.
Why is the guy built a Muppet?
By the way, the sort of joke about the 4 houses that like Fillion could belong to any one of them.
in the morning, or someone is giving a eulogy at a funeral. Members of
Yeah,
House
he looks like he
Cringe
doesn't have
stand
any
by the
bones in
fact
his
that
head, but
high
it's kind of
volume is
charming.
always equal to funny.
Stop
And the
typing
only
my
reason
name.
You shouldn't
Mods,
be laughing
ban
at
my
them
name.
right now is because you've already gone deaf listening to them.
Okay.
Meanwhile, House Horny Bait. House for those who believe the best content.
Part of originally, I wanted Horny Bait to be a frog. I wanted to be like a horned toad, right? But I figured people wouldn't get that, and Voirin had the idea to just add literal like panties and a bra to it, and it worked out nicely.
Is the kind that toes the line between suggestive and downright inappropriate.
Well,
House Horny Bait
well.
believes in living on the edge and is the most
Grimmy, we haven't found your house yet. Don't worry, we got 2 more.
exclusive house at the VTuber school.
I'm a
Everybody wants to be
I'm
inside of
excited
it,
to see
and
what
that's how
called
you
him.
Mods, ban my name.
You know its students are nailing the values
What
they
do I
represent.
do?
Puns very much intended. Next up, House Yap Forge, the shining pillar of the just chatting category.
Grimmy, what do you
Their
think?
motto, talk first,
Oh.
think
This was the
later.
hardest one to
Yap
conceive
Forge.
House
of
in the school,
visually.
Yap Forge believes
It's
in
competitive.
dominating the scene
I'm
by
a-
ensuring
Like I kind of wanted to be like an anvil or something, and we ended up going the trumpet route. The trumpet, and then we used the dentist mouth, like clattering teeth kind of thing. But I feel like it kind of met in the middle and didn't really evoke it too well. But it's really stylish, and that's what I love about it. You know.
rival
I'm a
VTubers
competitive
never get a
yapper.
word of their own in. And
You could
speaking
probably
of
be in all of
domination,
these.
we
Well,
can't
maybe not
forget
the one where
House
they all bang,
Sufferbottom,
but like you could be
the
in most of
purely
these houses.
coincidental underdogs of this prestigious
Suffer
academy.
bottom.
Sufferbottom's
What in
Whoa.
the bro? Is this the chum bucket of hog VTuber awards? What is it?
It was hard for me to determine what suffer bottom meant, besides an anchor, because obviously anchor like bottom, you know. But then we came up with the idea. Well, Voirin added the collar and leash, and I added the vines. That was my idea. So it kind of, you know, it captured everything, you know.
Flynn belongs to all 4 houses, brother.
My only regret was that the only place that we could put the text for suffer bottom was at the bottom of it, annoyingly. So it was kind of hard to read and risk not being shown on stream, you know.
Grimmy, okay, which house do you belong in?
I mean,
Yapperton?
I like the yapping one. I feel like that one's accurate, but I really
too.
like the concept of just being a menace to society and like being on the very bottom of everything, the suffer bottoms.
Grimmy?
You can gain nothing. They
Okay.
feed you gruel on the ground, is what I assume.
That's
Oh my
not the.
God, you're, like,
yeah, she's
scraping the floorboards. Let's see how
she's
this
very
goes.
innocent.
ask the all-important question of why work hard when you can just take a backseat and let your body and mind take a literal beating for entertainment value instead.
Honestly, I see the vision.
We here at Rex and Inc. bet you are already imagining which house your current VTuber Oshi would fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
And don't forget the adventures. Prepare to watch as VTubers encounter
Chat,
the
1, 2,
trials
3,
and
or 4, where
tribulations
am
of
I?
this mysterious school.
Be honest.
In our pilot novel that's been set in
That's
this new
two.
fantasy
That's
universe.
2, that's 3.
Fillion
What?
and the
I think it's
Philosopher's
one.
Wheel.
I think it's one. I think that you look like the little doggy. It's so cute.
I'm a little doggy.
Shout outs to Vestige for making this art. Vestige generated this through an AI that he actually has on his PC. So he was able to churn out ideas really quickly. I barely had a vision for this. It was basically, hey Vestige, I need a image of Fillion approaching a wheel in a dark dungeon. Unfortunately, the AI generated the wheel at the edge of a fucking cliff. And then we just added some font to it to make it seem like it was straight out of Harry Potter. That's actually a Harry Potter font that we used. It's called like
Yep.
Magic something, Magic School.
Cool.
I will take anything but house number dose. Thank you.
That is fair. I don't think that would be
Spellbinding
good for you.
tale
We're
that
not
young-
letting
I wish
them
I
put
had
you in-
time
if
to
they
modify
do
the
that, I will
wheeling
go
to,
to that
like,
school and I will
crazy
say, you will
things
put
on
my
it."
daughter in a different. Sorry, I get really into this.
Wait, you got me transferred?
Yes, you are not
you-
going to be in that specific house. That
Can
is
you-
just yes.
Can you put me in Notre Dame or Stanford?
She is going to Notre Dame, Stamford with a
Yeah.
one of those.
I want
might
to
be a
major in
church.
philosophy because I hope to flip burgers one day.
Damn, that's That's real but depressing. But she is going to have a lovely time there, and you will
My
let her.
backup plan is
others.
computer science.
Shout outs to Grimmy. She really knows how to deal with
Been an
Fillion's
artifact
brain rot
buried
replies.
deep within
Oh.
the school that guarantees
Okay,
infinite
maybe we don't
content,
take
but
you
at
out of
an
the house that
impossible
they slot
price.
you into.
Her
Maybe-
dignity.
maybe we'll-
Prepare to read through chapter upon chapter of twists and turns that have you on the edge of your seat.
Wait, pause. Fillion's origins of VTubing retold in a compelling way. New ways just
She took the time to read this one. She didn't read the first one. The first one had the most jokes put into them. Whatever.
start. Multiple chapters of engrossing drama as you watch Fillion wrestle with more dilemmas, regret, and sacrifice. More exciting new stories come to a bookshelf near you, including Cottontail in the Chamber of Secret Toys, Scoochan in the Prisoner of Lutskaban, Amelie in the Order of the Scuff, Fantastic Oilers, and Where to Find Them. All right. Thanks.
It started with Fantastic Oilers, but then I realized that that wasn't like a mainstay Harry Potter thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's not even a book around it. So I listed out all of the Harry Potter books and then just stared at them for a while and started asking myself, how can I make each one a unique origin story about a specific VTuber. There was also one that was it was so easy to put Fillion in like half of them, by the way. Like there was Fillion and the Gobbling of These Nuts, which is a play on the Goblet of Fire.
Rexon.
If Fillion will
They
resist the
kind of have a
temptation
good
of the
idea about
philosopher's
this,
wheel-
though. You could hire someone to ghostwrite this. You could start getting that Barnes & Noble money, baby.
What you think? I actually saw a thing where they say bookstores force you to poop because they have a calming environment, and then you always like, I'm calm, and then you relax. Then you gotta use the bathroom, and then every time you walk in there, you gotta keep doing it. So what if you do this? You make a bookstore, and then you start charging money to use the bathroom. And that's the real business model.
There you go. There you go. You're making mad money already. That's the
Thank
business
you.
mindset
Thank
you
you.
need.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It's philosophy. I learned that philosophy.
Hell yeah.
Or doom herself to a life of
whenever,
humiliation and
bloody.
embarrassment, all for the sake of content.
Okay.
Sorry, hang on. I'm being told
Wait,
by
what?
production that this was an inaccurate description.
Brother.
What do you mean there's only one chapter?
Oh.
She starts using it right away?
What?
How are you supposed to make a whole book out of this?
What do you hey?
Laxative challenge.
Hey!
Oh, son of a bitch.
I ruined his idea. Grimmy, did I ever tell you I got banned by Twitch?
There was a different ending that I was going to do where I was going to say, we here at Rexon Inc. can't wait for Shy Lily to steal this idea too. And then I just end. But I realized that every time that I do these, it's supposed to be a smash cut. An alternative was that instead I was going to end this and then that text at the bottom, which says maybe a picture book would last longer. I was going to just replace it with G-Sups hit me up or something like that. But again, I didn't want to reiterate the joke, even though I didn't realize how well the joke was gonna fly with everybody. But yeah, there was a bunch of different things I could have wrote there or done for an ending. There was a lot of different. If you couldn't tell by now, I was watering it down. I actually wrote a script that queued up at about 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and I had to start watering it down and recording the dialogue because I had so much to go with. And the idea itself was so much more fleshed out than this one. I had a whole thing about schools, a whole thing about teachers and who would be teaching things and what the classes were called, and the classes were also going to be really funny. Like in terms of name, like there was going to be Defense Against the TOS Arts, which was a play on dark arts, right? But yeah, 6 minutes, Fillion would have lost it, absolutely. But like, the thing is that if I asked her if I could go long, I think she'd be okay with it. But I feel like I want to be respectful of the people who are also submitting to this, you know. Only if I knew in advance that like they were having an issue where like people weren't submitting enough or something like that. Then I'd make it long. But the only time that we ever made a really long one was the first time that we ever did one, which is the first time she ever did Curse Presentations, which was the pocket pillow one. And she actually added a time limit on it after announcing it formally. She told me about it in DMs privately about 2 weeks before it. And then I started working on it, which is why it ended up becoming 10 minutes because I couldn't stop working on it, right? This is Rex inventing his Harry Potter obsession. No, actually, I never even finished Harry Potter. I know nothing about Harry Potter. I have no idea what happens at the end of Harry Potter, like, unironically. To this day, I still have no idea. I know Snape kills Dumbledore, and then it just stops right there because I never